not an equal substitution.
No, it's not.
Andor for Game of Thrones.
It's not. It's not a choice, though. It's not.
It's like, do you want this filet mignon or this bowl of shit?
Bowl of shit, please.
It's like,
I can't eat my filet mignon while she's awake.
yes. Who wants the kid waking up with nightmares at 2 a.m?
That's right.
That's a pass.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, no,
Of course
terrible.
not.
Yes, absolutely
Jesus.
not.
God.
Fuck, I used to have nightmares.
Yeah, then you stopped watching Andor. Fucking hell.
I was gonna say Pretty Woman, but Andor's close. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do it. Welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your hosts Nelson,
Ed,
and we're back to the appropriate number of hats.
Yes. but we're up one.
Show the
kilt
people.
today.
Show the people. Show the people. He's got. Hey, no, I didn't say show them. I mean like the.
Oh, my bad. Oh, no.
The material, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Not the underneath.
This is a kilt. It's a kilt.
Jesus, I thought you were smuggling a squirrel. What's going on over here?
Yeah, this guy that my roommate's been hanging out with, she comes out of the room today and she goes, "Hey, this kilt doesn't fit him anymore." Like, a kilt? A free kilt? Well, let me try it on. Sure enough, perfect fit.
That doesn't happen every day. Now,
No, I scored a free kilt.
have you gone in public with it, or did you just come straight
Tonight's
here?
the first night. Literally
the
threw
first
it on.
night?
This is the first public unveiling of
Do you
it. But I
feel-
will be in public with
Do
it.
you feel liberated?
Oh, my God. The people of Scotland had this right.
Now, do you know that some kilts actually have like secret compartments and components
I
to
plan
them?
on building some.
Okay, all right, because you know you're like, hey, I got a kilt. Where do I put my package?
Let it hang, baby.
Let it hang.
Let it hang.
Well, in the spirit of let it hang, I know you guys are really, really into Andor, so I want to hear all the good things you have to say about this magnificently boring fucking show.
Yeah, to be 100% honest with everybody out there, I completely forgot that Andor was a thing.
Yeah.
I have not been watching it for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
And what's crazy is like people that I normally listen to on other podcasts and mediums that would agree like, that would be shit. Like they're like, man, I'm really loving it. It's so unapologetically adult and it's so deep into the
in comparison to other Star Wars properties, perhaps. I started watching it again now because the few things I can watch, I was like, what can I... Here's the things I need to catch up on. Well, here's what I could watch at this moment. Mm-hmm. And Andor was one of it. So I started watching. I got another... I'm up to like episode 7 or something. I'm about to start now. So I actually started doing something that was entertaining.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they maintain that pace.
No.
No?
They missed the fucking mark so bad. It's like one
Yeah.
thing that separates Star Wars from like Star Trek and things like that. Like Star Trek always goes like, okay, there's aliens, there's stuff like that, but it's more science. Mm-hmm. Like Star Trek, it's okay. We have like federations and alliances, and we have a lot of technology advancements to like beaming people and shit. That's where Star Trek gets its niche.
Yes.
Star Wars, it's still sci-fi. There's still science in the fiction, but it adds fantasy. It adds, okay, there's a lot more alien races. Mm-hmm. Okay, there's I can't even think, Mandalorians. Mm-hmm. There's fucking Jedi.
Midichlorians.
Midichlorians. There's
Wookiees.
There's Sith.
There's Hutts.
There's Jawas.
There's Hutts.
Yeah, exactly, Hutts. Big old slug monsters.
Who doesn't love a good Jawa, huh?
So why would you take a Star Wars show in their mythos
And Jar Jar, I mean,
and take
everybody's
out
favorite character.
Well, yeah. And take out everything that's good. Let's do a Star Wars show. No fucking aliens. Just a bunch of people running around. One shady asshole who has a bunch of debt.
They're on
no meat, no potatoes.
Nothing.
they're on
Nothing.
they're on an alien planet and everyone is still human.
What the hell? My favorite character was that one giant guy that showed up to intimidate him the one episode. I was like, and then he was gone. Yeah, they used him for one scene. I was like, okay, this sucks.
I agree. They're losing the luster of, hey, this is a joint rebellion. Even in the beginning, it can't just be all humans deciding we are going to start this rebellion. it should be everyone across the board feeling it.
Much like I agree. Much like the Batman movie that we watched at 1 in the fucking morning. I don't care about the intricate political struggles of Gotham City, and I don't want to hear a discussion on it.
And now
I don't care about the struggles economically of the people of this sector.
this is gonna fuck you up. This is gonna fuck you up.
Is it?
This is a 3-season run to get to the movie. Is what they have planned out. So they're not just saying it's going to be one and done and move on. No, they're going to put their efforts into 3 seasons of this. Now, here's the thing.
I won't even finish season 1.
No, I don't think I'm going to finish it either. And
I won't be there for 2 or 3. So there you go.
I don't dislike a more adult approach to things. I don't. But keep the bread and the butter. Keep the things that we love to see. The aliens, the Mandalorians.
That animated show with that guy that hunted Sith. Or hunted,
that
was adult.
The Inquisitor.
That show, I'm telling you right now, whoever the fuck is pushing buttons at Lucas, listen, you create a show like that, sign me on for 20 fucking seasons.
Bro.
My grandkids will watch that. That show is amazing.
Me and my brother were watching the cartoon that they put out.
Right.
It's only like 15-minute episodes.
Right.
I was telling my brother, I said, here's the show right now. It's Count Dooku and Mace Windu. They have 2 cartoons together that I'm like, fuck, why isn't this a show? Here's 2 Jedi who are forced to want to do things their way. They want to do good, but they're like, they want to do good like the Punisher does good. They're like, the thing that we're fighting for with the Jedi is being torn away and manipulated by the Senate and politics. And they're like, yo, we got the power to kill these motherfuckers and save the galaxy. And so when I watched this 2 little part story with Count Dooku and Mace Windu, I'm like, damn, man, they weren't wrong. Yeah. He's kind of like a Thanos. And I was like, there's a story that I could get behind. 2 badass Jedi who want to be cowboys.
That's why even Count Dooku, where he didn't have a red lightsaber. His eye color didn't change.
He hid in plain sight.
Well, it wasn't even necessarily that. He was working with the Sith, but he wasn't a Sith.
What was his technical name when they made him a Darth? Was it Darth Tyrannus or
Darth Sidious?
No, Darth Sidious is somebody else.
I thought Darth Sidious was the Emperor.
Yeah. Counting Dooku nuts?
I don't think that's it.
But he
I don't know, man. It sounds pretty good.
I think it's Darth Tyrannus.
But he was just more of
on it.
Look, check it out.
Because when you go into it, you see the Jedi become very dogmatic. Like they used to have multiple colors of lightsabers and became less and less because they started becoming more and more strict about the way things were getting done. So the colors that would manifest within the Jedi became more and more narrow.
Okay,
so
that's where your lightsaber color comes from?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, and
I'd be
Dooku
orange.
was seeing like, oh, we're supposed to uphold the good, and we do that by trying to uphold the law, but the law no longer is upholding good.
Right.
So by trying to uphold the law, we are in effect not being good Jedi.
They are not doing what they set out to do. And that's where, like, I'm like, man, that's a story to tell. Because Mace Windu and Dooku,
it is Darth Tyrannus.
It is Darth. Oh, all right. Yeah. Nice. I think that they're missing the mark there. They could definitely do that. Another thing that they have said, which I'm very excited for, is that Ahsoka Tano is, you see how like the Mandalorian is kind of like a Wild West vibe? They're like, Ahsoka Tano is going to be like,
I like the way you say that because each time you say that, I picture Shao Kahn.
Ahsoka.
Yeah. But what they're doing
like
with...
Henry Cavill.
Yes, exactly. Listen, I pronounce things my way, you know.
Who we'll touch on later.
Potato, Ahsoka
Jesus.
Tano is going to be like a traveling samurai story, is the best way that they're explaining it.
I like that idea.
So I'm totally
a female
fucking
Ronin?
for it. Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know what? When I went back, I just recently rewatched The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett.
Okay.
Because I've been
building. Even the Back to Tank episodes?
I did. And I'm going to tell you something.
That's devotion.
I feel like going back into The Book of Boba Fett, I was like, these motherfuckers snuck in some extra scenes here. Because when I went away and I went back, I'm like, Boba Fett's a bit more badass. Even that scene where he got jumped and he basically got made a bitch in front of the whole town, I'm like, He's getting some kicks off and shit. I'm like, wait a second.
No.
I feel like they may have went back in there and
It was
rehashed
there.
some shit.
It was there the first time. You were just so disappointed. You were like, I look at this old pussy just getting thrown around.
But what I liked about the original season of Mandalorian is that it very much felt like a Wild West. Like he was just like taking some bounties, kicking
It was gritty.
ass.
It was gritty.
And it was definitely much more gritty. So I'm looking forward to the next season of The Mandalorian. They plan on stepping it up with more of the inter battles between the helmet wearers and the non-helmet wearers. So they plan on Civil War status. So I'm looking forward to seeing, and I hope they bring Apollo Creed's son into this. You know, what's his name from Wakanda Forever? Michael B. Jordan.
Apollo Creed. Damn. I'm sitting there trying to picture Carl Weathers' son, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? Like,
you're like, you motherfucker, you baited us in.
You did.
But if they could do that for Black Adam, they actually brought the guy that plays the young Rock on the show to play the young version of, or to play Black Adam's son, the Rock's son.
When he turned into...
I laughed when I seen that. I was like, how clever, you motherfuckers. Which I still stand behind. The Young Rock show is actually really good.
I haven't seen an episode of it.
Yeah. All right. I know you want to talk about it.
We getting into
Henry
it right now?
Cavill.
We getting into it right now? Are we getting into it right now?
This is sad news.
It is. It's big.
News.
It's big right now, so we might as well talk about it.
Away from Witcher.
Why? Why would... I understand. Okay, I get it. DC threw a lot of money at you. The Rock probably gave you a rim job. I get it. But and I know you want to play Superman. Superman is like the DC guy. It's like,
I think it's a combination of that, and I seen somewhere where they were saying that there may have been issues behind the scenes with the writers not respecting the games and the source material books.
I have heard rumors of that too, and I really hope they're not
and
season 5
he
Game of
is
Thrones.
a hardcore nerd.
Right. He's been known to correct the directors numerous times on set.
Yes.
I don't think Geralt would say that.
But the show is amazing because of it.
Yep.
So far.
Right? So if the man is doing a good job and the fans are behind it, shut the fuck up.
Why would
Do
you
what the
change
man
it?
says.
Yes.
And if you're Netflix, like, why didn't you back the money truck up the same time? Superman, like, if Superman's money truck is backing up, Netflix should have been like,
Yep.
You gave Martin Scorsese how much fucking money for The Irishman?
For
You
real.
can't throw Henry a bone?
A movie
give-
nobody wanted.
You write
No,
Adam
4 hours.
Sandler. You hand Adam Sandler a blank check and say, just please keep making movies.
It was the Italian Lord of the Rings.
Movies people kind of wanted.
Sort of.
You know what? I can't even be mad because every time a new Adam Sandler movie pops up, I'm like, ooh, I'm in.
I will watch it.
Bad or not, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I love
Adam
Adam Sandler.
Sandler.
You can't be mad at him. The only time that he changed his roles that I hated, and I always say it, Punch Drunk Love. God damn, was that movie so bad? I mean,
He's
Uncut
made a couple
Gems was
stinkers.
good.
He's made a couple stinkers, but it's
Yeah.
Adam Sandler, so it's like, all right, man.
But along the way, you forgive him because you're like, you know what? This motherfucker doesn't even take himself too seriously.
He was Billy Madison.
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. Little Nicky, he was the devil.
He walked in on his girlfriend fucking a penguin. Whoa, so sorry to interrupt.
I want to talk about a show that it's.
I still can't get off this yet. We can't leave
Okay,
Henry out.
go ahead.
Like,
Go ahead.
why?
Okay.
Why? Like, really? Like, you believe that much in DC?
I'm
No.
sure enough.
Have you seen Black Adam, Henry?
I do think that he's
Well-
seen it and he was like, if they give me the platform that I want, which is probably part of the negotiations, here's the money, and here is Henry. What would you like to tell as a Superman story? Then he may be like, you know what? I would like to go from being an iconic character. I got 3 seasons done to being the most iconic character in the world.
I get that, and I love him as Superman, but I'm so terrified of what is going to happen to The Witcher after season 3.
Yes,
I would not be surprised if people don't watch season 3 because they're like, we're giving up at season 4, so
Right.
why?
Right. I mean, I don't know.
That's
I love The
debatable.
Witcher. Yeah.
I think they'll stop after season 3.
No, but Ed's got a point though. I will turn in because I'm a die-hard Witcher fan. Witcher
Right.
is one of my favorite fantasy arcs ever, and I'm really into it. But I don't know, man. And don't get me wrong. I hear all you fucking sweater wearers screaming at the screen right now.
Yes.
I understand. Give everyone a chance to play the role.
Give love a chance.
Yes,
I
get
don't
it.
understand why they announced it so fucking early.
Yeah, no. Like, what was Liam just like at the door? Hey, I heard Henry. Like,
Yeah.
It's actually
was he the
smart.
first guy in the studio?
If you're them, you're like, hey, let's put it out now, right? Season 3 will happen. That'll take over the story. And then, like, they've already announced, and then season 4 comes, and here he is. You don't have to really talk about it.
I can
as
guarantee
much anymore.
people, there are going to be people that don't watch season 3 because Henry Cavill's not going to be in season 4.
Right. And I get that. I still get that viewpoint because Henry Cavill is Geralt.
Yeah.
Like, I was skeptical when I heard he was playing him because I had just played the game and I was like, is Henry really going to be able to? And then when I saw him on the screen, I was like, holy fuck,
You
that's
can't,
Geralt.
you can't deny it. Yeah,
That's Geralt of
Henry
Rivia.
Cavill embodied
Geralt of
Gerald of Riviera.
Rivia. Gerald. Gerald of Riviera. Gerald of Riviera Beach.
Do you guys I'm going to butcher everyone's name
And we
from
love you for it.
now on.
And we love you for it. But still, he was Geralt of Rivia,
Yes.
and I just don't see Liam. I mean, a guy that Miley Cyrus dumped.
You know what
I mean,
it is, too? Like, he looks
come
too
on.
clean cut. Right? Like,
He's
when
too
you saw
soft.
his face and you see,
He's
like,
too soft.
Henry Cavill's face and his face, you're like, I believe you would kill someone with that sword.
I believe Henry would kill me.
He may
I
need-
don't
yes.
think Liam is going to kill me.
Liam's going to need to get the same trainers
Yes.
that his brother has.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you mean the diet
Yes.
that his brother's on.
You know what they could do is they could just say, hey, fuck it, let's make this show about a bard. And then give Liam just like a lute and be like, have at it, boy. I would tune in for that.
I'd be fine with his brother. What's Chris doing outside of Thor and making like shitty?
Let me
He's
tell you
just
something.
he's
There is
making sure
nothing-
that Thor is happening.
There
That's
is
what he's
nothing
doing.
outside of Thor that anybody wants to see from Chris.
So Chris, keep growing your hair out.
Yes.
And I'd be fine with him at least attempting it. Not your little brother.
I mean, he probably threw
fuck.
that bone to his brother. Let's be honest, right?
He probably did. They probably called Chris.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey.
He's like, hey, you know what? I got somebody for you guys.
Chris Evans. What's Chris Evans doing?
Yeah,
Not a goddamn thing.
No, he's taking
Chris?
He's taking a break.
Chris
He's taking-
Evans, do you want to maybe knock Liam off the podium
I
and
think
give it a shot?
Didn't he marry Agent Carter? Isn't that what happened?
I don't
and
know.
He's doing his thing in the timeline.
Not what Captain America did. what Chris Evans did.
It's like, fuck you, man.
I'm just trying to. I don't know. I'm
else
trying to think
could
of other
do it?
people. And there's no disrespect to Liam. I don't hate Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah.
I've looked at his face.
Can't see him
I
in the
really
role.
don't like the.
I don't see the gruffy attitude from
No,
him.
I'm not going to be that afraid of you if you come
Yeah.
up, you're rolling up with two swords on your back and some weird looking eyes. I'm just not.
Yeah, but I don't
Get
know.
out of here, you
I don't know
crackhead.
if it's still far enough removed from Captain America for him to play.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, to play that role. Like,
Yeah, but I don't see him as Geralt either.
No, I liked Mads Mikkelsen. A lot of fans were talking about Mads Mikkelsen because of his.
I gotta look up this guy.
Yeah, he was in Valhalla Rising, and he was also the bad guy in Casino
You need
Royale.
someone that has a presence without having to speak.
Look up. Yeah, but look up.
Oh,
Matt,
okay, yeah,
look up,
yeah,
Look
yeah,
up
yeah.
Mad Mikkelsen Witcher. Look it up because there's already fan art, people editing what he would look at as an older gruff Geralt, and I fucking love it. I'm here for
Yo,
it.
okay,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
bro.
show-
I can
show
see
Ed.
that.
Yep.
I can
Oh, I
see
know
that.
who you're talking about.
Dude,
Yeah. You know what?
he looks almost identical. He's
Bro,
perfect for the role.
Sign him up for Vikings Valhalla. What are you people doing?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
What are you people
And he's
doing?
literally a Viking. He's literally from
Yeah.
that part of the world. Like, come on.
I can see it.
Another guy I would like is the dude that played in The Northman. He was also the vampire on True Blood, Alexander
You know what?
Skarsgård.
Yeah.
That is a man
I like that too.
That's not
with
bad.
a presence.
He's a big
Yeah.
that
dude.
could do it.
He's a big dude, and he played Tarzan. And in The Northman, he's yoked. I'm sorry, like that's a dude I'd be afraid of.
I could see it. Or you know what? Even like, let's say you wanted to go like young Gerald. I say you could cast.
That sounds like a fucking rapper.
I say you could cast the kid from Game of Thrones with the eye patch.
Oh, Eamon.
Bro, come on.
If we're going younger, a little slender, but I'll go with that.
Right, beef him up a little bit, but like I feel like
I wouldn't.
He at
I wouldn't
least
go
has-
with Damon though, because
No.
Geralt don't have a nutsack
No,
for
no,
him.
no, no.
And I know everyone says he looks like me, but I'm sorry, but I don't think Damon's good looking to play enough to play Geralt. He's not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because charismatic is what he exudes for the character.
Yeah.
So it's like that's a part of his presence. So if you can't be good looking and charismatic, you can't really play the role properly.
And maybe we're just shitting on Liam, and he's got this like crazy
I doubt it.
acting talent that's just gonna blow us away. But
I
I don't
doubt
think
it.
so.
I doubt
How
it.
many times does Heath Ledger happen?
Yeah.
How many times does it happen? I remember when I found out Heath Ledger was playing the Joker, and I was like, "What? The guy from A Knight's Tale? What the fuck?" And I shit on.
Whoa! A Knight's Tale is a great movie.
It's a great movie, but his character William Thatcher is a bubbly, light, fun.
Fair.
Nothing in Knight's Tale makes you think that man can play Joker.
He's a homicidal murderer. Never.
Fair
I literally went into the movie thinking this is gonna suck. Like I remember going to the movies with my friends, thinking this movie is gonna be a pile of shit. I've never been more wrong. I was like, holy shit, that's blown me away. Okay. But I don't think we're gonna have another Heath Ledger moment. No disrespect to you, Sir Liam. You know, I'm just saying.
I think
you're not Geralt. Hashtag not my Witcher.
It's a bad move for It's a bad move for Netflix. Ended at the end of season 3. If you want to work with Liam, create a different role for him. Do something else.
Like I said, he could easily be a different Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you could be another character in the show.
He could play like Martha Stewart in some kind of a movie about her going to jail. Cut his hair a little light, you know. He's around the same body.
He's just not. He's not a hardened individual. He's not. Yeah. He's not. Like we're not gonna. You're not Chris.
I get it.
You're not Chris.
I get it. Listen, I'm on team after the 3rd season. I'm probably gonna stop watching. I know Eddie feels like he's not even gonna go into the 3rd season, or people may not go into.
My dumb ass is gonna watch season 4.
I'll watch season 3, but I don't think. I think there are gonna be people that when it comes to 3, they're like, we don't care because we're not gonna watch season 4.
Yeah.
There's so many things to watch. There's not enough time.
Yeah.
So when you're looking forward to the next season, you're going, I think that one is going to be dog shit. I'm just going to watch the other show.
Yeah.
I got
Looks
other
like
things
shit, smells
on
like
my
shit,
list.
Probably shit.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm glad we spent enough time on that because that's irking.
No, you're
me.
right.
That very few times do I see something on my feed that affects my life. That affected my life. I was like, oh no.
It's a big deal because it's such a great character, such a great show.
I've had two females in my life that have independently reached out to me to express their distaste in that. Hashtag Natalie in Chicago, hashtag Jill in Jupiter. They both reached out to me and said, did you hear the news? I'm like, what news?
This is
they dropped it on me before I knew. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and I saw Henry's fucking Instagram page, and I was like, it's official. It's really happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn it.
R.I.P. The Witcher. What
if he puts all this time and effort into Superman and the next Superman movie tanks?
But what if he puts all this time and energy and
he saves DC?
Tank?
Him and The Rock save DC.
He could really come back and do it. And let's be real, like when it comes to the 3 most iconic figures in the world, it's Batman, Superman, and at one point in time, Homer Simpson. Those were the 3 most recognizable around the world faces. Homer Simpson, I know.
I remember seeing the thing. But
there isn't a person in this planet that doesn't like dope.
Is there a show that's longer running than The Simpsons?
This is true. And one of the very first superheroes
Doctor Who, but even they had like a 20-year lapse in the middle.
Batman. Those were the first.
Yep. Action Comics #1 and Detective Comics.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where they came
They were
from.
walking in parades way before we were even conceived of.
That's true.
You know, so
that's back in the day when they had his powers were all over the place. Like at first Superman, could jump over a small building, whoop-de shit. More powerful than locomotive, whoop-de shit.
So I'm not even married. I'm not even mad at Henry Cavill for making the choice.
You're not married, careful.
Yeah. They made that choice. They're like, hey man, we really need you to play Superman. We'll back the money truck up. We'll give you everything you want to do it the way you want to do it, but you got to give this up. I mean, I'm not even mad at him.
I know I'm not mad at him, but at the same time, it's like Henry, I don't know.
It may plausibly being a.
I think you're right, Ed.
I don't think it's a singular thing. You're looking at it. If you're about to go hard into DC, then you have the scheduling issues. He's doing more than just that for Netflix. He's also doing the Enola Holmes thing on Netflix as well, which is a movie series.
There's more important things like Witcher. If I'm Netflix, that's where I would put my eggs in the basket.
I think Ed is right. It's a combination. It's probably DC is trying to save their franchise, so they threw a shit ton of money at him. And the people at The Witcher that are actually directing it and producing it are probably a bunch of shitbags. They're probably trying to Game of Thrones final season it. Yeah. And just do their own thing.
Let me ask you guys. So basically what happened was, over at DC headquarters, they were like, dump Batwoman.
Yep.
Take all the money from that movie,
but give
it
Flash.
to Henry Cavill. But keep the Flash.
The Flash.
Keep the Flash.
We got $2 billion of stuff we're gonna write off. Call Henry.
Henry, listen, we just fired everyone. You're in.
Yeah, you're
Let me
right.
see if I can find a list of all the stuff they canceled because
$2
there was
billion.
multiple
That's
shows
a lot of money
and
to allocate,
movies.
though.
Oh yeah, they canceled the Wonder Twins. They canceled
Thank God.
Swamp
Who
Thing.
the fuck
Swamp
was
Thing.
waiting in line for the Wonder Twins?
This guy.
What the
Here's
fuck?
where you could have done the Wonder Twins great.
How?
Okay, you bring
How?
in who's the guy from Talladega Nights? Will Ferrell,
Right?
right? And you bring in another like moron like female actress and you make it a dumb comedy. One of them turns into a fucking bucket of water. Right? How do you go serious with that? You got to make it
what
like
was the commercial?
like a
I can be
spoofy
defeated
comedy.
by a sponge.
Yes!
And not even an evil sponge.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. You lean into making it just a stupid comedy, standalone. Don't bring it into the whole universe. And I think it could have worked if they went that route. But I don't see any other way of doing it.
Who is doing shit over at DC?
They had a monkey.
We
bro.
don't want a Wonder Twins movie.
a blue monkey.
We don't want a Wonder Twins movie.
So they didn't renew Young Justice.
Marvel
Okay.
isn't doing this.
They
Well, it's
scrapped Batman
hold
Cape
on a second.
Crusader.
Young
Okay.
Justice turned into the biggest pile of woke bullshit that I have ever seen any comic turn into. If you have ever like watched the first season, amazing. Second season,
Damn, there's some energy.
Third season, what the fuck happened? They just took all you guys that work in college. You just came out of college and you're writers. Great, let's dump you into this and let's make this.
Give us all your new ideas.
Ooh,
Batgirl, Supergirl, Wonder Twins.
A lot of girls.
They canceled a whole bunch of shit. I mean,
But they kept the Flash.
they kept Ezra.
Why?
but nothing that
Look at him.
stands to me like they should have kept.
See,
Anything good?
I'm trying to find the entire list because there was a whole bunch of stuff.
Titans is still
Amber
thing,
Heard.
right?
Yeah, Titans is still a thing.
Titans is another really underrated DC show on HBO. that I
Peacemaker.
think It's fantastic. Oh,
Let's see, Harley Quinn versus the Joker. I don't know if that was a thing or not.
cartoon?
No, that was going to be a movie.
Interesting.
Gotham City Sirens, a
you
solo
guys think of
Joker movie, Green
Harley
Lantern
Quinn?
Corpse,
This season.
Justice League
I liked
Part
it.
2,
I thought it was good too.
Batman solo
It's
movie, Cyborg.
Entertaining.
It's a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, it's entertaining on a different level. But
It's
I have
its
to
comedy is good and it's enough to keep me
It is.
involved.
It's good to like if you want to be just distracted and laugh. The thing that brings me back every time though, it's not even Harley Quinn. It's Bane. It's
Bane
Bane.
is
Bane
hilarious.
is-
brings me back every fucking time.
I love how Batman's a sniveling pussy. In the
Yeah.
show. And he's like obsessed with Catwoman.
He's
I
like,
love how they
I
like.
will take the full wrath of my buying experience. He's like at Costco throwing a fucking fit. Like only Bane. Like you're Bane, bro. Burn the fucking place down. He's threatening them like with his customer service reviews. Like it's fucking great. I love what they did
It
with
is
that
good.
character. Yeah.
Vision is getting his own TV show.
Really? With the actor?
Vision Quest.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, are
So-
they doing the Vision robot Vision?
Right after WandaVision, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the white Vision that wanders off to go discover himself.
Marvel can turn
Interesting.
gold into whatever they touch. I mean, they tricked me into watching a show about a little Pakistani girl with color everywhere. Marvel can do anything, and I will at least tune in. They did, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about what happened between Pakistan and India. I was in too. Her powers are fucking stupid.
He's
She's
like,
jumping on little saucers
Curry.
in there.
I'm in. Elephants. I'm in.
I'm in. The
Bedazzled clothing.
The difference is between Hindi and Islam. I got it.
I'm
I
in.
know now.
I'm in.
I know. I speak fluent Urdu.
Apartheid. I'm in.
I'm in.
Are you?
No.
Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Hold on a second, sir. The white man said apartheid. I'm in.
I gotta be careful what I say.
Yes.
But Marvel is chugging along.
Well, they just have more of a King Midas touch. They haven't
do.
made as many fucking stinkers. Like
No. And even the stuff that they put out that people are like, oh, it's not as great as this. I'm like, it's still way better than a lot of stuff in comparison.
DC had these stronger franchises to start out with. Like we all know Wonder Woman, Batman,
and
Superman. We know these people.
But that's all the stuff I've said already before. They had all the stuff with the cartoons, but that are all amazing
It's Russia.
individually, but none of them connect to each other.
Yeah.
And they had the TV shows, which were great, but then they removed the ability. In fact, they cut out some of the stuff from the TV shows to then make it to movies that then never made it to the movies and then end up making stumbling blocks on the shows, which were actually going way stronger than the movies at the time.
And they do their absolute best to try to make you give a shit about the characters. And I just feel bad because I remember I was in Black Adam watching the movie. And, like, Pierce Brosnan's in the car, and he's got his helmet, and he's Dr. Fate. And if you read DC and you follow DC, you know that's Dr. Fate. And I just remember hearing this, like, kid behind me. It sounded like a little girl. And, like he's, like, talking, he's rubbing the helmet and everything, and all of a sudden, this girl behind me is just like, who's that? Who's that? And I'm like, yep, that's pretty much, that's 50% of the moviegoers that
You didn't turn around and be like, it's Dr. Fate! You sniveling little bitch! Now get the fuck out of my movie theater! Why are you even in here? Go!
Remember, white guy. I can't do that. I gotta be careful now.
Bro, that's when you tap me on the shoulder. You be like, I got this.
You can do it.
I will be your rage, sir.
Yeah. You turn around and take care of it for him.
Like the skit with the other guy who just keeps pointing to him like, hey, say this for me.
Oh, yeah.
Say that for me. That was pretty fucking clever.
It was good.
It's like,
It was good.
Yeah. I could be your vocal rage, bro.
Yes, I need that. I need
Yes,
someone that,
yes. We were also talking about something else earlier. One of the trailers that we were watching, Avatar.
Yeah,
That's
a big
yes.
trailer dropped today.
Yes. The new Avatar looks
The
pretty...
Way of Water.
It looks pretty interesting, but it still, to me, looks like the same rehashed story.
Yeah,
so I'm
hopefully
still
it
waiting
won't be
for something new to pop in.
It won't be Fern Gully again.
Well, James Cameron
Yeah.
loves water.
Yeah.
He does.
Titanic,
Clearly.
Abyss.
He's dedicated.
He did Terminator 2 where the enemy was liquid metal.
Yes.
I mean, he's a big wet fan. And the movie looks wet.
Yep.
To be fair, the visuals look fantastic.
I know
It does.
They brought in professional divers
Of course they did.
to teach some of the actors how to hold their breath for up to
Long
5
periods of
minutes
time.
of time so they could do their underwater scenes.
But let me ask you something.
Wow.
Is the movie past its prime? I don't see it doing as well as the original Avatar movie.
I do.
I think that's why
I think people will buy into
I
it.
think that's
they're
why
gonna make it expensive.
they
They're gonna make
re-released the first Avatar to remind people.
Right, I get that, but like when that story was being told, it still feels like the same story is going to be told in the second one, and I could be wrong. Just this is based off of the trailers.
How many times have they retold the Star Wars story though? People still see it.
Yeah, but
3
they got
times, I
pretty
believe.
lights.
They did 3.
How to get the missiles in that little vent?
This is true, right?
I've seen it a couple of times.
I'm watching it, and I'm like, I'm gonna go watch it. I will watch it in the movie theaters, but there's nothing that's like making me be like, oh, this is the next big shit that I gotta see.
I will see it though.
Yeah, me too.
I'll be there with my bucket of water.
Yeah, as you should be. I'll be there with my little submarine shoes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
With every James
nothing
Cameron
about it
movie.
screams I must see this movie, but it's the type of movie that to watch it at home is not going to be as good as an experience as seeing it in the theater 3D.
glasses.
Yeah, but it seems to me like it's gonna be like a Jurassic Park Dominion, Jurassic World Dominion,
Oh, it won't
or
be that
whatever.
bad.
Oh, don't worry. I think you got 3 more Avatar movies because it's supposed to be 4 movies.
Yeah.
won't be that
altogether.
bad.
I just think there was so much time in between, and the story just seems lacking.
I think it's going to be the same
It's like a
issues for the next movies because it's going to be just as long probably for the next one that he's
The
gonna
first
do.
one was like a retelling of the Native American struggle.
They're
the first
boasting
one.
a 3-hour and 12-minute runtime on this movie.
Still 2 hours shorter than The Irishman. And that was okay. Oh God.
Thank you.
I'm here for it.
That was good. That was good. Still 2 hours shorter than
Still
the
2 hours shorter than that movie.
does it
They threw so much money at that fucking movie. You can't give money to Henry Cavill? Are you kidding me?
This is
All right,
bullshit.
I'm not past it yet.
Is it more enticing than the Lamborghini movie?
Oh,
No.
That's
we-
really what we need to talk about.
Can we touch on this for 5 seconds?
Could they make that
Okay,
trailer
yeah.
any more unnecessarily dramatic?
It
No,
was
no.
bullshit, and it has one of my favorite actors in the movie.
But how am I supposed to give a shit about okay? You tell me
Rich guys making cars
in
and
the
racing
trailer,
each other.
the guy in charge of Ferrari races the guy in charge of... Are we supposed to believe that these 2 billionaires...
on some tiny
That's the
European back road covered
Yes.
in
they
trees,
just met at a red light?
Yes.
Like what?
waiting for the one tire to slip out.
Yeah.
Yo, I bet
This
you
is
there's,
horseshit.
there's like a scene 5 minutes before that. He's like, I know where he drives.
Yeah. Where's
gonna
Dominic
wait for him.
Toretto at?
Oh, you know,
Where's
you
the
know that
road?
scene is coming.
I'm gonna wait in the road for him.
We got to get past the railroad tracks.
He's like, honey, get your checkered flag.
That's right. It's such bullshit. It's such bullshit.
It does. It looks like it could be an interesting factual movie, like a documentary that I would watch.
You know, like
we
But
got
as
it.
far as-
90% of that movie is going to be complete
Well, when was,
horseshit.
the
It's gonna
last,
be
when was the
bullshit.
last Fast and the Furious movie? We need to give the gearheads something to jerk off to. I mean, come on,
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
I mean, how many guys in cars can make cars that make it to outer space?
It's got something for everybody, man.
It's good. Oh, it definitely has.
Ford versus Ferrari was good.
Yes, but
Ford
that,
versus Ferrari was
but
good.
that didn't
It
look
was good.
as fabricated as this story.
that-
No, it looked
did-
good.
Did that
And
hit,
it was good.
Did that hit as much of an audience as Fast and the Furious?
It didn't because there were no cars in space.
Yes.
Right. But see, the thing is, there's always going to be an audience for people that want to see that kind of a story. But it just seemed dramatic for no reason. Like, you could have just told it from a factual standpoint or sold that trailer a little differently, and I would be like, I would watch this. Like, I watched the
I
Ford
probably
movie.
won't watch Lamborghini.
Yeah,
I
it-
drive a 2017 Honda Civic. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I will never be able to afford a fucking Ferrari or a Lamborghini. You will not see me watching this movie. You're not getting any of my goddamn money. Enjoy that movie. Just like there's probably a market for people watching aliens have sex in water, which is why Avatar 2 may become the best
Sounds
movie
about right.
again.
You know what the most egregious part of that trailer is they made it seem like Sigourney Weaver is a part of the planet. They're like, I can feel her heartbeat. Do you hear it? Dum dum.
She should be. She should be.
She's everywhere.
Ellen Ripley defended us how many times against the fucking xenomorphs?
But
She
that
deserves
means
it.
to me, at some point in time, the voice of Sigourney Weaver is going to be like
Yes.
Morgan Freeman coming down from Bruce Almighty.
Listen. It all comes full spectrum. It all comes
Yep.
full spectrum. James Cameron directed the second Alien
I
movie.
mean, don't
She was
Don't-
Ripley in
don't-
it. It's
don't
come
worry.
Full circle.
Yes.
the
yes.
white Europeans are going to be the ones that save the natives in the end.
No, we took a
No.
loss.
Listen,
I
I don't
felt
know.
some
We
kind
can
of way.
we can feel her. It's so powerful.
I felt some kind of way in the first Avatar when those space marines were being
Are you
killed.
telling me they're not
I was
setting
like,
her up?
wait a minute.
They're not setting her up to be a pivotal role that saves them in the end.
Probably not.
listen. I thought that's where Namor was going to be involved. Does it?
You keep him out of this movie.
Namor and the Mayans.
Namor's a
come out
racist. He's attacking Wakanda.
forever, man.
That's right.
No,
That's
listen.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. Well,
I
can't.
think Black Panther Wakanda Forever is going to be one of the bigger Marvel movies to come out in a long, long time. The trailers to me are on point. I like that it's a different story being told.
Yeah.
But a story that we're, as comic book fans, used to seeing. Atlantis versus Wakanda. Atlantis versus the Landlubbers. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, there's always
Or if you're in
been-
DC, Atlantis versus the Amazonian tribe.
Yes,
Very
yes,
similar,
yes, yeah. So I'm excited to see that. It looks like it's gonna be a very serious movie. Like, it
Yeah.
looks like the actors themselves are taking the roles very serious.
Yeah.
And it seems more of like cultural differences. Like,
Yeah.
I'm doing this for my people. I'm doing this for my people. And then they go to war. So, and I think that's gonna help sell the new Black Panther.
I think. Well, I believe they did mention that the actual villain to the movie is someone different, which gives away more than I want them to give away.
Well, for once, the bad guy's not white. I'm sorry. Oh, thank God.
I think you may
I
be
agree
wrong,
with you,
sir.
bro.
I think you may be
No,
wrong.
listen,
sir.
I agree with you, man. It can't always be the European guys, man. Like, let's point it. Hope it's the
Give my
Skrulls.
people a break.
Let's make it green guys in space. You know what I'm
There
saying?
we go.
Let's make it Skrulls. Let's make it something different. You know, I really like when
Kang
these
Watch,
shows
perhaps. Maybe it's Kang.
touch into the cultural aspects. Like, I love the Mayan, Aztec culture. Like, I'm very interested in things like that. Like, I am into the Vikings and to the Egyptians. So I hope they do it some justice there and they lean into these newer characters a little more. I'd like to see what happens here. But here's another thing, speculation that people are saying
Oh, no, here we
that
go.
Namor brings back Anthony B. Jordan or B. Jordan Anthony.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yes, Killmonger, who was thrown into the water,
Oh, interesting.
could be brought back,
That's the next Black Panther.
who may take over.
Definitely not as Black Panther.
No, but could be a way to bring him into maybe Black Panther 3, boom, Return of the King kind of a deal there. And you can have a redemption story for a character that people like.
My favorite part of the first Black Panther movie was
Yeah.
Killmonger as a villain.
Yeah.
I think Michael B. Jordan killed that.
I think you need a great villain to sell a movie with a hero. Without a dynamic villain, it makes a very shitty hero.
Yep.
Because Batman is good, right? But
The
when you
Joker's
get
fantastic.
the Joker in that bitch,
It's fantastic.
it gives them something to fight. Even Ra's al Ghul, like the original Liam Neeson Taken Ra's al Ghul, that was a dope fucking villain.
He was.
Yep.
He was a good
It was
villain.
very methodical, very believable.
And they brought him back in the third one too.
Yes.
Yeah, he made the full.
He went full circle, yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, that sometimes is where some of these movies fail, is a shitty villain. Take the Hulk for example, when he fought the blob of energy mass.
Oh,
how disappointing!
We're not talking about
Yes.
the first
How
one.
disappointing was it though, right?
Yeah, how do you give a person that has unlimited strength and he fights a mass of water?
Come
Yeah.
on,
What
man.
What are we doing?
Ang Lee.
Yeah,
That was
fuck
bad.
you,
That was
fuck
bad.
you, Ang Lee.
Yeah, that was bad.
man,
That was, I don't even consider that a Hulk movie.
Yeah, like at least in the other one with Ed Norton, he's fighting the Abomination.
Yeah.
They're tearing
And
up
that
the
fight was
city.
raw.
That
That
shit
fight
was
was raw.
fucking raw as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm with it. All right. I wanna ask you guys something too. I'm gonna bring it back to She-Hulk.
Yep.
Oh man.
Okay.
I haven't thought of her.
Loved that show. Did we talk about the ending to She-Hulk?
I don't believe we touched on it.
How did you guys really feel about that breaking the fourth wall ending where she?
I personally liked it because it made it unique.
It
Like,
fit the character. It fit the way the comics for her were done.
At
So-
first, I was pissed.
I was.
When I saw the way it was going, I was like, "This is fucking."
Yeah, I was
stupid.
like, wait a minute. They can't just make this fucking guy a Hulk that easily. Also,
Right.
So
Oh, I was so mad.
Right.
At first, when I saw the way it was going, I was like, "This is fucking dumb."
Yes.
And I'm out.
Yes.
Like I'm done. I'm out.
So you guys were happy with the
I
turn of events.
liked the way they did it.
Yeah.
But
okay.
unlike, I mean, there were some people that really hated the show. I enjoyed the show the whole way through.
I loved the show. And you know what else I loved about the show is that she was unapologetically a single woman.
Yeah.
She's like, you, I'm gonna fuck. You, I'm gonna fuck. Daredevil, yellow pants, you, I'm gonna fuck. And you know what? Fuck it. Why not? She should be able to do whatever the hell she wants. You know, she felt a little liberated with She-Hulk when she came out. And then I liked her breaking the fourth wall. I liked the whole character, and I loved the portrayal
And that
of
is
Daredevil.
something she actually did in one of the comics where she had broke the fourth wall and went to the writer's room. Like,
That's
what are you doing
hilarious.
to my comic?
yeah.
Hilarious.
So it does play not just along the lines, but very much along story wise. They've done that beat before,
Yeah.
so it works very well for the character.
It does.
And
It
then,
does.
spoiler alert: we got to see the Hulk's son.
Scar.
Yes.
Even though I don't know how that works, because did he ever bring him to Earth to show his family? I don't know if it worked like that.
I don't recall seeing that in the comics.
Hulk
but
does have his own cartoon, and there's two other Hulks on there with him besides those three.
But here's my
The
question:
Agents of Smash.
How's this work?
Very, very, very.
that's fucking
How-
hilarious.
Yeah.
how old
The
is
Agents
Scar?
of Smash.
I don't remember how old Scar is, but there's
Speaking
a blue
of
and red
smashing,
Hulk.
how long ago was it that he got sent off the planet? How's he got a full-grown kid already?
Well, time on that other planet is a little out of whack. Remember the
Yeah, and Hulk sperm, super radioactive.
the
bro.
black hole, the black
you jerk off.
hole,
There's a kid there in the morning.
the black hole devil's anus or whatever it was. Wasn't it?
Whoa. We're not talking about any anuses on this show after talking
Now you're
about.
speaking
Do you
my
not?
language.
Do you not
Hulk's
remember
You're
that?
speaking my language
Do you not
now.
remember that? They had to fly
it.
the ship through the devil's anus.
I do remember
Oh
that.
man. Somebody somewhere is like, I would love to lick the devil's anus.
I am thoroughly surprised that
We're
they
looking at
ever
you, Margot.
allowed that to get through with Marvel, but they did.
Okay, well here's the thing. What they're saying is the reason that they did it was because it's going to be a tricky way for Marvel to do a Hulk movie by himself.
Yeah.
As if it's
Are
not
we
just
ge-
Hulk, it's Hulk and friends kind
Exactly.
of
Are
deal.
we gearing towards World Breaker Hulk?
I hope so.
Plausibly, unless they go live action Agents of Smash, but
Listen,
that's like
no.
a children's show.
I'd rather go.
I don't
World
think so.
Breaker.
I think what they're gearing up for is like they tamed the Hulk, smart Hulk. They're doing all of this. I think they're gonna reach a point where Hulk is gonna have to make a visceral decision to rage the fuck out and give the people what they want and fight a villain at full force capacity. They have to make up for Thanos whooping that ass.
Well, there
Yeah, 'cause it's
are
still in the back of people's minds.
Right?
there are other Hulks.
Thanos whooped that ass.
There are other Hulks, and there's different triggers. Because She-Hulk does actually have a different form of herself as well. Because normally it's anger.
Where she's fat and it's called She-Bulk.
But I think
when she's angry and she skulk.
I think there's one. I think when Hulk gets sad is he's when he turns into like the Black Hulk, which is like an absurdly high level, like it's like a world breaker like level of Hulk.
Interesting.
But there are other triggers for him to turn into other forms of Hulk in some
Right.
of the comics.
Well, that's what I'm hoping happens. Either that or just give me this and my life will be complete. Deadpool, bringing back Wolverine, right? Deadpool 3.
That's
Yep.
coming.
I would love to see Wolverine versus Hulk.
You need
Just a small,
the
just
iconic
for
Wolverine versus Hulk
for
fight.
no other fucking reason than make them fight, and I don't give a fuck. Open the movie with it, and don't even explain it. I'm in. I just want to see
that-
Wolverine versus the
That
Hulk.
is the way the
Hear me out.
Wolverine was introduced. I am more than
Come
happy
on.
to see him with the suit fighting Hulk to open the movie for Deadpool.
Or hear me out. What if the whole movie was a musical?
Fuck you.
No.
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 I'm just saying, Ryan Reynolds can sing.
No.
Hugh Jackman can sing.
No, please, sir.
We're
Make
good.
it happen,
God
Marvel.
We're good. No.
Make it
No
happen.
more circuses.
Make like since you're going back in time, they could really make Hulk the villain of the movie,
The Hulk can sing.
right? And that's the end of the podcast. Thank you for joining us at the Sofa Kingdom podcast, where the Hulk will not be fucking singing,
But he could.
but he can,
But he might.
but he won't.
Hey, Meatloaf looks like the Hulk. He can sing.
You can find us on all your social media platforms where the Hulk won't sing,
Sofa Kingdom OFC.
and on YouTube where the Hulk won't sing.
Sofa Kingdom Podcast.
Ian, take us away.
Like, share, comment. Let us know what you think about the Hulk possibly singing.
Or not.
Deadpool 3
Or
movie.
not. Or not.
He could sing. I'm just saying.
Or he couldn't sing.
More Marvel musicals. Hear me
Yeah,
out.
more.
PlayStation VR 2 finally announced. It costs more to buy it than to buy a PlayStation.
Won't be buying that.
Shit. Yeah. Every time I buy VR, I am disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$550 for the headset.
Until you can
And
feel
nauseous.
what you're
Games,
seeing.
full price, and no backwards compatibility. You're talking like $1,200 to play a game on the fucking
Yeah,
thing.
we're going to buy that.
And not to
Good
mention,
idea.
the Hulk won't sing.
But he could.
I took my headset off.
Solid one.